Hey there LEGO fans, welcome back. Alex here. In this video we are going to be building the new LEGO Loop Coaster. This is set number 10303, has 3,756 pieces and retails for a whopping $400 US. Now, despite its very impressive piece count, this actually does not even make it in the top 30. To make that very elite list, you actually have to have close to 3,900 pieces. But regardless, that's still a very good piece count, and this is a big set, so it should take us quite a lot of time. So what we'll do, of course, as always, is do a time-lapse build, a quick review, and see if we can find a spot for this downstairs in the city. So let's go ahead and get started. And we are back. Here it is, guys. The LEGO Loop Coaster is complete, and this thing is very tall. It's very difficult to get it in a shot here where it all fits in the camera lens, but I think we got it figured out at the moment. But let's go ahead and start talking about the many cool features of this very unique LEGO set. We'll start with the LEGO instruction booklet. Just one booklet with this thing, which means only one person can really put this thing together at a time. I guess you could have an assistant, but really it's just a one-person job. The build experience, though, I will say, was fantastic. It was up there along the lines of the Titanic, which was a blast. It went really, really fast. There's only one part that I did not enjoy, and that was putting all the chain links together. There's over 250 of those chain link elements, and that was just very tedious. Other than that, it was absolutely fantastic. Josh and I both had a great time putting this thing together. I think in the end, we split it up about even. It was pretty 50-50 as far as how much we each were able to put together. But inside the instruction booklet, we get a cool timeline of all the fairground sets through the years, some information about the designer himself, and of course we see that we build this in 15 different sections. You get 11 minifigures with the Loop Coaster, including 3 vendors, one selling balloons, the other selling pretzels, and the last one selling hot dogs. And I do like the fact that they all look very different in their outfits. We also get a ride operator who looks like a LEGO employee, and we also get this gentleman here who I gotta say looks a lot like Elvis Presley. I can't tell if he looks scary or creepy or cool, or maybe a combination of all of them. I don't really know, but he might be my favorite minifigure out of the 11. And then the remaining 6 are the ride goers. These are the minifigures that will have reversible faces, so they have their calm and collected faces, and then we reverse them, and then we have the faces which look like they are questioning their decisions in life. I will also mention that I really like the fact that LEGO is really going crazy with some hairstyles and hair colors, so I hope they keep that up because it really helps us diversify our minifigures. Now, as always, I like to mention stickers in LEGO sets. As you guys know, I'm not a huge fan of stickers. Now, this thing had a little bit of stickers, but I will say, in contrast to how large this set is, it's actually quite small. A lot of those, of course, being the TV monitors of the pictures that are taken as they go through the second loop. The first 2 I think are fine. You have one that says you can actually get pictures, then you have a normal picture, and then the next 2 are interesting because you have this dude with a hot dog. I'm like, who rides a roller coaster with a hot dog, especially one that goes upside down? And then of course the final one, the squirrel. I'm not sure how the squirrel got there, because when I look at where the camera is in comparison to the other loop, I'm like, where was that squirrel when that picture was taken? So anyway, it's interesting, it's kind of funny, and kind of adds to the overall humor of the set. Now let's talk about the main reason we bought this thing, and that is of course to see the roller coaster go through these loops. Now there is a crank here at the end of the roller coaster. You'll also notice that there is a spot for you to place a powered up motor if you would like this thing to be automated, which I do plan on doing. But if you want to do it manually, you have this crank right here, and that turns the chains, and that catches, of course, the roller coaster, brings it up, and then releases it. Now that it's back at the station, I want you guys to give a listen to what this thing does after it releases the elevator. So it has about 30 or so of these wide chains that hold it up in place, and once those have all passed through, it drops it. But I want you guys to listen to the drop. Okay, so a lot of things happen there. So it goes back down, it releases a switch and allows the train to go back into the loading position. You also saw a counterweight on the other side, and that counterweight is very important because that allows the motor to move the elevator up in a way that is a lot easier. There's not a lot of weight or resistance pushing back against that, which is very, very nice. However, you notice that when it was released, there's kind of a free fall of the elevator, and when it smacks at the bottom, it's kind of rough. I don't know. Let's do this again and see what we get here. Again, this feels very light. No problem. There's the counterweight going the other way. Let it run through, and let's listen to that one more time. Oof. I don't know, it seems kind of rough to me. You guys will have to let me know, especially those who have it, if you have a way of softening that hit, because it seems a little rough to me. But other than that, it's absolutely fantastic. So as we were building it, Josh and I were playing around with the physics of this thing. Like, what would happen if it didn't make this loop? So if we take the last coaster and we take it to right where that slope ends, it has enough force to make it through, right? But if we take it to this mark right here, all right, let's try that. Oh, it gets stuck. Ooh, it's going back. Oh, hold on a second. I gotta try that again. Let's try it a little bit higher, just a little bit higher. Ah, there it is. There is your nightmare situation for your Lego minifigures. So now you guys know where the danger zone is with this thing. Other than that, it makes it through, and it is a very, very fast ride. You blink and you're back at the station. Now, other than having the roller coaster actually work, I gotta say this thing looks really, really good. I like the colors that they chose for it. I think the dark navy blue and the bright yellow have a nice contrast with each other. I also like how on the front of this main tower, they have these light colored tiles. I think that really makes it pop and helps a lot with the aesthetic. I don't think they even had to do that. So that was just a nice little bonus that we get there with it. And also the name of the roller coaster, Loop, there at the front. Although I gotta say, sometimes when I look at it, I think it says LBP, but maybe that's just me. To access the roller coaster, your minifigure just has to access the main gate here. Unfortunately, the main gate is also the exit of the roller coaster, which is my main gripe, because when you are waiting in line for your ride, it's easy enough for you to get on the roller coaster, but you'll notice if you want to get off of the roller coaster, there's no exit ramp. You have to go against the people who are actually waiting for their ride. So I really wish there was an exit ramp in here, but I understand that would have added to the complexity of the set. One final feature I want to make mention of is that the entire station of this roller coaster is removable. Now that is a big deal to me because it allows me access to those nooks and crannies to clean them eventually, because this thing will get dusty and getting access to those areas can be difficult. So I don't know if that was the real intention behind that design, but regardless, I'm very happy that it's there. There's just one more thing I want to mention before I take this thing downstairs in the city, and that is the price of this thing. Now, having built this thing and having played with it for a little bit here, I can say this thing is fantastic. It's a great Lego set. It offers a lot of playability, a lot of great features in this thing, and aesthetically it is gorgeous. However, it doesn't seem to me like a $400 Lego set. After building it and playing with it for a little bit, I would say this is probably a Lego set we should see for around $350 US. So unfortunately, a lot of things cost more these days, and of course Lego is no exception to that rule. In fact, they just had an announcement where they're going to be increasing their prices on Lego sets, so we're not going to see it get any better. So it's very unfortunate that cost obviously is going to be the largest deterrent on getting something like this, but that was just from my experience only, that the $400 price tag is a bit too steep for what you get with this thing. But regardless, we have it here. Let's go ahead and take it downstairs in the city and see what it looks like in our developing amusement park. And here it is. Check it out, you guys. This thing is enormous. It has filled up this area very, very nicely. And as you can see, the airport shuttle track goes right through it perfectly. I could not have planned that any better. I did not make any adjustments at all to the bridge of the airport shuttle. It's a little dark right here. I'm not really liking that. I'll have to figure out the lighting situation. Like over here at the end, this roller coaster is very well lit, and even though this is much higher, you guys saw my last video, let's take a look at this thing. Man, so much high. This thing is crazy tall. I just cannot believe how tall it is. Anyway, let's go ahead and do some testing. Jimmy, you want to help me out with this? Okay, so Jimmy is going to go back there. What I've done here is I've put in a very old, and I mean very old, Technic motor to make that thing go. So Jimmy, go ahead and turn that on. A nice controlled descent. We have that at about half power, right, Jimmy?
3.
3? Okay, yeah, 3 out of 6. Looks good. Oh my gosh, the timing is perfect on that, Jimmy. It's like right when it gets back to the station, it's there. So let's go ahead and have some more fun. Turn the airport shuttle station on. Oh man, are we gonna time this right, Jimmy? Oh, we're gonna be a little late. Woo! Well, it'll come back.
It would probably hit the train.
You think it'll hit the train?
I think someone's head might.
That was pretty good. That was close, right? Yeah, it's pretty close, isn't it? Okay, we're going to try our little trick to get this thing paused in the action. So we're going to take this up right about there, and that should get it stuck at the top. Hey, it did. Oh my goodness. Wow. That is so close. Woo! Oh my goodness, Jimmy. I don't know. I don't think I would want to be on the roller coaster. What do you think? Oh man.
I would not.
The airport shuttle, I think you're okay, but wow, talk about a close call. Well, I don't know. Maybe that's not going to be approved for safety reasons. But you know what? I'm gonna force it through. It's gonna be fine. So we're gonna allow it, guys. We're gonna allow it. So anyway, yeah, this is a pretty cool setup. I like how this thing is looking. We got the this really old speed regulator back here. It's got to collect the roller coaster. There it goes. Up, up, up. Man, that is awesome.
It's like perfect timing.
Yep, it is, isn't it? That is fun. Maybe there's got to be some sort of safety regulation where the airport shuttle can't go through it if the roller coaster is running. I don't know. But that's still pretty darn cool, Jimmy. I like it. All right, guys. Yeah, that's it. That is the review. Oh, also, I wanted to mention something when I was upstairs that I forgot to, was that this roller coaster reminds me a lot of the roller coaster that was built by Mark and Boone in season 1 of Lego Masters here in the US. And they built a roller coaster that had an elevator like this. And I wonder if a lot of the inspiration for this comes from that. I wouldn't be surprised, but definitely perfected on that idea with the counterweight. And man, this is running really smoothly. We had this running for several rides now, and with no problems. Once in a while, the train does get stuck at the top, I noticed. And when it does, it has a very violent return. I'll just say that. But for now, it looks like it's working okay. Let's see this thing. A very, very fast ride. All right, guys, let's see. One more time for oh, maybe this will be the one right here, guys. It's coming. Oh, it's going to beat it. Man, we just can't get that timing right. Maybe that's good. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. That was a lot of fun, and we'll see you in the next video. Until then, have a great day. Bye-bye.